Manu Raja's up on Capitol Hill with Senator Cory Booker. Give us the reaction, Manu.
Families to, a religious-based travel ban. That really makes no sense when you look at the countries in terms of security. If it really was about our safety, it would be a different list, different tailored list. But again, this stems from a person that started their campaign talking about Mexicans and Muslims in a way that just disappoints me. I'm just coming back from the border, so I'm still just emotionally raw with what I saw down there. And, we need to reclaim our values. And I'm not saying it's not partisan values. It's not Democrat or Republican. We're a good nation. We're good people. And we should be setting a standard on this planet of what humanity should be about. And there's an ideal that you have to balance with security, obviously, but an ideal that runs through so many faiths is simply love thy neighbor. And there's no exceptions after that. And we have darker chapters, but we have some incredible chapters of light in which we've done that and opened up our arms to people who are escaping tyranny and violence and famine. We are a stronger nation because of histories of Irish Americans, Eastern European Americans, so many different bloodlines in this country that have all formed the fabric of who we are. And I just feel like this president's assaulting that day after day with this rhetoric and with his policy actions.
They had to revise this travel ban, so it's not targeting specifically just Muslims and Muslim nations. I mean, can you really say that this is actually a Muslim ban?
Well, this is what I can say is, thank God, we are not a nation of tyranny, because the president has tried multiple times, and his efforts have been diluted by the court system and by good-meaning people. He was not able to do what he wanted to do. This represents, in many ways, a retreat from his original position, which was banning people based upon religion. So he tried again and again and again, and he finally found something that they were able to tailor to get through, it seems, constitutional muster. I still disagree with the decision and the outcome, but I think we just cannot walk away from the fact of how this all started, which was a president that said that he wanted to ban Muslims from our country. And we're a nation that has had Muslims part of our nation for our entire history. Great scientists, great athletes, from Muhammad Ali to people who are some of our greatest heroes. And this is a person that wants to use something that our founders rejected, which is a religious test. And again, there's a moral assault, a moral vandalism going on. And I saw it yesterday on our border. And I'm going to do everything I can to fight for our values that are really, to me, some of the deepest things I love about my country.
This was a 5-4 decision. Do you think that this decision would have still been or the travel bans would have still been upheld if Merrick Garland would have been given consideration?
I think that the Merrick Garland chapter is a sad one, and it was a very moderate choice. And something's happened to the judiciary now that is unfortunate. I'm seeing this on the Judiciary Committee about the moderate judges being chosen now. We're seeing a lot more extreme folks going on, and I'm worried about that.
All right, we're going to continue to get more reaction from Capitol Hill. But Manu, it's a very, very, very strong reaction from Senator Cory Booker. You're getting reaction from others up on Capitol Hill as well.
Yeah, that's right. And, we've talking to Republicans and Democrats about this. They're still just absorbing the details about this. A lot of them heading into committee hearings as this news was breaking. But you're hearing a breakdown along party lines. Republicans, in large part so far, very supportive of this decision, including Senator John Cornyn, who just moments ago told me that this is not a Muslim ban, much different than what Cory Booker said. This is what Senator Cornyn said earlier. Are you concerned about the message this may send to the rest of the world, particularly the Muslim world, by enacting a ban like this?
I tell you, this is part of the never Trump resistance to mischaracterize this as being a Muslim ban. This is not a Muslim ban. It's not anything that President Obama didn't do when he was president. So I'm not surprised the Supreme Court ruled the way they did.
But I mean, his rhetoric has been much more strident about Muslims, anti-Muslims. I mean, is that kind of rhetoric and combined with this ruling concerning about the message?
I think he's trying to keep the country safe.
So that's really a breakdown what you're seeing, Wolf. What Booker just said, what Cornyn said, how members are absorbing this decision. You're hearing some Democrats, including Dick Blumenthal, saying just moments ago earlier that he wants to propose legislation to try to overturn this 5-4 ruling. But of course, doing that in this Congress, Republican-controlled Congress, with this president getting that approved, very unlikely, very, very unlikely to happen. So right now we're hearing the political argument, but break down along party lines, much like this very divided Supreme Court just this morning.